Hey there, Heather Ho there, it's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to another WHA video, the 72-73 season, the first ever season of World Hockey Association. We've been doing some weekend games, trying to get everyone on the air at least once and then doing the cycle all over again. In the East, we have New England, Cleveland, and Quebec all at 22 points. New York with 18, Philly with 15, Ottawa with 8. Winnipeg leads the West with 25, Houston, LA, Minnesota, Alberta, and Chicago the rear. Andre Lacroix leads the WHA in goals with 16. Gary Jarrett and Danny Lawson are close at 15. Assist wise, Andre Lacroix leads it. And that Mark Bobby Hall getting more assists and goals. That's unusual. And points by Andre Lacroix looking good with Bobby Hall and Ron Buchanan. Goals against Jack McCartan, number 1. Jerry Cheevers, 8-0-2. Second. Ross Gillow, third. So anyway, standings wise, lots of well, a few teams, Ottawa, Minnesota, and Chicago, have only played 16 games, whereas people like Winnipeg and LA have played a lot. Winnipeg's played 22 games already, so basically they're a little bit tired, I think. So by points percentage, there's got to be some changes and all that, like Quebec and Cleveland. Anyway, yeah, every team has lost at least once at home. Quebec has yet to win on the road, and so has Alberta. They have yet to win on the road. Yeah, Quebec's 10-1-1 at home, which is pretty good, but on the road they just suck. No team is above 500 on the road. No team. Highlights wise, we've had 10 hat tricks. We saw Ron Ward's hat trick against the New England Whalers. Live, Gary Jarrett has 2 hat tricks for the Cleveland Crusaders. Their 7-6 win over Philly on October 25th is the best band game because it was 13 goals. Phillies win over Winnipeg October 24th when Philly was down 3-0. What is your second start? And Chicago, Ottawa, 5-4, October 19th is the third start, just to let you know. So we are going to be doing a Tuesday game between Cleveland and Los Angeles. Winnipeg, Houston. Houston beats Winnipeg 4-3. Minnesota beats Alberta 3-1. And Ottawa crushes Quebec, the Vipers 7-2. We are in Los Angeles for this game, the Sharks, with George Gardner, the former Canuck goalie, being the star goalie, with Russ Gillow and Bob Perreault being the backups. Bob Whitten, the backup to Cheevers, he's going to start today's game, giving Cheevers some rest. Cleveland has Ron Buchanan playing Gary Jarrett, top 3 goal scorer. Jim West, Jerry Pinder, Paul Andrea, former Penguin. Joe Hardy, not for the Hardy Boys, people. Paul Schmier, former North Star. Ray Clearwater, Erickson, Rich Pumple, Ted Hodgson, former SEAL, I think, or King, I can't remember. Doug Brenly, John Hanna, Skip Craig, Bill Horton, Dillabo, Wayne Mullen, Ralph Hopiori, Jim McMasters, and Al Roycroft. The Sharks have Gary Fenaruso at right wing. He's a good goal scorer. J.P. LeBlanc, Bart Crashley, former King, Joel Shura, Alta White, Tom Servais, Jerry Odrowski, Michael Byers, Tom Gilmore, Earl Haskelainen, Jim Niekamp, Bill Young, Peter Slater, Ralph McSewan, Ted McCaskill, Jim Watson before he went to the Flyers, Steve Sutherland, Bernie McNeil, and Howie Hagedal. 2 minutes into the game, Howie takes a shot. Sutherland stopped by Whitten. 3 minutes later, a battle and aggression. It will be Hannah. No shot by LeBlanc. And they kill it on Slater. Slater. Aggression. Shamir. Odrowski and McNeil. And Michael. And Tommy Gilmore. 5 minutes later, to Hodgson. LA's up 1-0, so LA looks good. 4 minutes later, and the first one, just a hit, nothing else. And 5 minutes later, actually 2-0. I think that's the guy's name, Alton White from Iron Chef America. Cleveland picked their Skills Brindley, his second from Joe Hardy, the Hardy Boys, and Grant Erickson. 2-1. Much later. Enforcer in a fight. There's a fight. It's Jim West and Tom Gilmore going toe to toe. So both lose their offensive player. Pascal for 2. So Cleveland will be on the power play to start the third period. Chance for Pinder. Oh. Now Jetski or Papa power play goal. How do I approach this to Joe Hardy? The Hardy, 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 Loady, 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 look. That's a 6 from Craig and Johnny Hanna. You know, Schmear. The fighting majors are over. Bill Young can't say. Oh, Papa goal. Jura A. Sugar to Sports from Federico. It's a 3-2 LA. 2 minutes later. Action no. 4 minutes later. Penalty Los Angeles. It's McSwain. Can Cleveland tie it up? They do. Papa power play goal. Clearwater, Florida. Ray Clearwater, Florida scores. Hodgson and Erickson are your assist man. This might go to overtime. Indeed it will. It goes to overtime. And unlike the NHL, they go to regular season overtime, although it takes 10 minutes. 2 minutes into the overtime. Aggression. It's Hodgson. Good chance for the Sharks to score. But they don't. And score. A brutal pass from Crashley and Grant Erickson scores a 6 from Schmear and Pinder. And Cleveland wins on Pro Lakashi on. A big win for Cleveland. Coming out of freaking nowhere with a shorthanded goal with Hodgson in the box. Erickson from Schmear and Pinder wins it. LA goes from Veneruso, Alton White, and Zura. Cleveland goes by Brindley, Hardy, Clearwater, and Erickson. So they win. Alright, so we have Alberta, Ottawa, Chicago, Winnipeg. Okay, so Automatic, Winnipeg, Houston, LA, Minnesota, Chicago, Ottawa. Yeah, Chicago and Ottawa. Alright, we're going to do the Chicago-Ottawa match. I want to see if Alberta does play Winnipeg later on. They play on November 28th. Okay. So the 28th. So yeah, so Alberta will play Winnipeg on the 28th. So we'll finish off with Chicago, Ottawa, and Alberta, Winnipeg. All right. Houston beats Winnipeg. LA beats Minnesota in overtime. Chicago, Ottawa from Ottawa. We have Shields, Graton, Gratuni, the Looney, as they would later call him in the NHL, starting against Jim McLeod, who was the lead guy for Chicago, Andre Gill and Paul Menard as backups. Les Binkley, the former Penguin icon goalie, and Frank Blum are your backups for Ottawa. The Cougars have Bob Sinsinski at center, Rosie Paymont, former phenom for the Vancouver Canucks, but then he started to have troubles. He got hypnotized, but he can score goals. Reg Fleming, the first NHLer to die of CTE. Jan Papil, Bob Whitlock, Larry Maverty, Rick Morris, Dan Laboa, Bob Lidington, Ron Anderson, Bob Barber, Dick Proliat, Ron Thien, Daryl Nibbs, Larry Cahan, one of the guys who hurt Bill Masterton, you know the story. Brian Glenwright, Bernie Blanchette, Ed Hatum, Jerry Trunian, Pierre Field, and Dick McGlynn. Ottawa with Wayne Carlton, the former Bruin, at wing. I remember that because he disrespected the 71 Habs in my playoff thing. Gavin Kirk, known for his lucky cob of corn and would flick it at players, and they got through the playoffs. Bobby Charlebois, not the singer. That's Robert Charlebois. Guy Trottier, former Leaf. Bob Leduc, Steve King, not the offer. Tom Martin, Brian Gibbons, Dick Census, Rick Cunningham, Jack Gibson, Ron Kleine, Brian Conacher, former Leaf, Ken Stevenson, Tom Simpson, Mike Bullen, Mike Amadeo, Steve Moore, Chris Meloff, Ron Riley, John Donnelly, and Merv Haney. 2 minutes into the game. Then a little bit later. It's here again, Gavin Kurt. Captain Kurt. Flying up assist from WHA and Gibbons. 2 points for WHA. 2 points from WHA. Battle. Leduc. A hit on Whitlock. And Chicago will take a penalty. Paymont got mad and takes a penalty. Martin. A counterattack, but a save of Maverty. No shot. It's Cunningham. Chicago Skiers. Papa power play goal. Rosie. Ring around a Rosie. Just scored a pocket full of 6 goals. That's a 2-1 goal. Maverty with the assist. 1 minute later. Gary Trechier. No, 3 minutes later. Battleship Leather. Second from Tom Martin. We'll take a 3-1 lead after 20 minutes. 3 minutes later. Hard and Moores will pay for it. No shot from Carlton. No shot from Kirk. No shot from anyone decent. Chicago takes rescue or Procreate. His second from Maverty and Anderson makes it 3-2. No shot. 4 minutes later, Ottawa takes a shot. Charlotte Bois, no. 2 minutes later, action. Good. And a chance for Chicago Skill. Oh, it's a Pirate. It's penalty shot given. And Whitlock scores. The Whitlock. Quarter relief, 3-3. And Chicago will take a penalty. It will be Rosie. Ottawa takes a penalty. It's Wayne Carlton. And it's good. Papa goal. Sasinski. Scores with 45 seconds left in the period from Nibs and Whitlock. It's 4-4. Who's going to win this game? Agitator? Ottawa gets agitated, and it's Cunningham. Chance for Chicago Skier. Papa power play goal. Put a lid on it. Liddington has 6 from Fleming and Proviat. 5-4. 3 minutes later. Ottawa gets the Skier. It's not unusual to score. It's 14 targets by 5. 3 minutes later. Chicago takes a chance, but Whitlock, no. Much later. Can they take advantage? They do. They score. Papa power play goal. Papio. Papa. Is 8. Young Papio for Morris and Barber. 6-5. It looks good. Guy Tragedy is second in the night from Conifer and Woodley. Overtime at 6-6. Unreal. This will have 13 goals. Maybe. Overtime heroics. Popio, his second of the night at 1:27 from Whitlock. And Chicago pulls it up on La Progation. What a game. 13 goals in the game. And 5 power play goals. 5. Well, anyway, Ottawa was up 3-1 after 1 period and faltered. Ottawa goes by Kirk, Leduc, Chartier, Carlton, and Chartier. Chicago goes by Paymont, Procient, Whitlock, Sasinski, Liddington, Pupiel, and then Pupiel again. So Chicago wins the game 7-6. We're going to be simulating for a little bit of time because we want to get ourselves into that Alberta Winnipeg game. Yeah, Alberta versus Winnipeg. We're gonna get to that game. Winnipeg 14-11-1. Alberta 9-14-1. Great battle. We have Ken Brown, the backup goalie for Alberta. Jack Norris, the former Blackhawks uh, and Bruins goalie, is the lead guy. Ernie Wakely, the guy who left St. Louis to play in the WHA. Joe Daly, who would soon become a WHA icon for the Jets, and Gordon Chilmelson are backing up. So Ken Brown, Jim Harrison, who once had 7 assists in a game or something like that. Al Hamilton, his number 3 is retired by the Oilers organization. Ross Perkins, Rusty Patterson, Promenade, I think. Ron Walters, Bob Fontaine, who's known as Mr. Clean for all his penalty. Lack of penalties, Eddie Joyal, former King. Bill Hick, former SEAL. Brian Carlin, Doug Barry, Ron Anderson, Ken Baird, Bob Falkenberg, Steve Carlisle, Dennis Cassian, Bob McNeely, Roger Cote, John Fisher, and Jeremy Benzelock. For the Jets, it's Bobby Hall, the Golden Jet, who got the $1 million. Norman Bajuan, good winger. Christian Bordelot on center. Larry Horning, Danny Johnson, Ad McDonald, Bill Black, Wally Boyer, former SEAL, Duncan Rousseau, Cal Swenson, Shungi Gradden, Joe Sanusi, who was known as being the throw-in in that Rangers Boston trade. Sanusi. Bill Sutherland, Gar Forsudo, former Blue, Steve Cootie, Bob Ash, Freeman S. Munson, Brian Cato, Bob Wojtowicz, and John Schmier. Here we go. 4 minutes into the game. The Edmonton Skiers. The Promenade, Patitude, his 11th from Jimmy Harrison and Falkenberg makes it 1-0. Much later. Patitude. The gets hit. And no shot from Bobby Hall. 5 minutes later. Bobby Hall and that is it after 20 minutes. 1-1. 2 minutes later. Five minutes later. Winnipeg, Edmonton, McNeely, no. Alberta Skiers. He ain't Royal, he is Eddie Joyal. His A from Harrison and Walters. 2 minutes later, Al Hamilton. Kill the sun and Graton. Getting closer. Alberta trying to make it 3-2, but Joyal cannot. Last moments. No shot from Black, and we are 2-2 after 2. Perfect numbers. 5 more minutes. That's a chance for Alberta Skiers. Patitude, his second of the night. Makes it 3-2 Alberta. Unassisted. Doesn't even themselves a favor by taking a Winnipeg. Gets hit. Chance for the Oil Skier. Papa primary goal. Doug Barry. You're not in Barry, you're in Winnipeg. His 6 from Hick and Harrison. Trying to clear the clock. Alberta will take a penalty Patitude. So Winnipeg will be pretty much 6-on-4. But Ross Perkins slides it into the empty net. Falkenberg with the assist. So it's 5-2 game set. And Alberta crushes Winnipeg, even though that Winnipeg should have won this game. It was 2-2, but Alberta used the third period all to themselves. Winnipeg had no chance. No chance. That's why it goes by Russo and Cuddy. So that's it. So we do that. We'll simulate New England, New York. New England beats New York. The game's on a Thursday, then on a Friday. So Saturday, there'll be 4 games. I don't know which one we'll do first. So we'll see what happens. Things are about to be broken, I think. And that's how it's supposed to be. Anyhow, I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.